they've been talking about little else in Hull since the second of the Challenge Cup semi-finals 3 weeks ago. At the moment, it's all pretty light-hearted insult swapping. But by this time tomorrow, there'll be a winner and, of course, a loser. And the agony of losing to such a close rival is going to be particularly acute. So, amid all the ballyhoo, the talk about Hull being put on the map, becoming the capital of the rugby league world and so on, it did occur to me that this Wembley Cup final might just be a little bit divisive.
I hope not, because I think in one sense this is a triumph for rugby league in the city. Both sides are playing at Wembley. This is a unique achievement. And in one sense there's going to be a winner, but there's going to be no losers. It's a great achievement for any side to get to Wembley. I'm told by the players themselves it is worse to lose in a semi-final. To lose in a final is not it's a disappointment, but nonetheless it's an achievement. You've got your loser's medal, you've been there, you've played on Wembley's turf, and you've given it your best.
I think there'll be a bit of trouble coming home, like, you know what I mean, getting the trains back, like, you know, there'll be people getting drunk and swearing and that. And there'll be a few fights, you know, outbreaks of violence here and there, but I don't think it'll be as bad as that, like, because the players are doing well, you know what I mean, they've segregated all the fans.
But do you think those sort of bad feelings will last for long in Hull? Is it something that the losing side is going to be reminded of for years to come?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it'll be like a war, like, it's since the semi-finals, like, in town on a night time, Friday, Saturday night, you get around town, you get the black and whites and the red and whites in the pub, like, and the, you know, the old fights going on, glass throwing and all things like that, you know what I mean, so you just don't go in town.
Whichever club returns triumphant with the cup under the impassive gaze of Queen Victoria on Sunday, tomorrow's final will win a lasting place in Hull's history. It's a unique local derby for Wembley. Signs of the way the game's obsessed the city are, of course, everywhere. Nearly everyone in Hull sees things in either red and white or black and white these days. For the thousands of hardcore fans, though, such light-hearted trappings belie the seriousness of the matter.
You get the crowd. In fact, I've had the crowd happening more since we've got through to Wembley than I've had for 2 years. Because all of a sudden we have to win every game, and they want to see the best team all the time, and they don't want to see any star players missing. There's been pressure from all sides. It's made it very difficult.
What the Cup final most certainly has done is expose Hull to the public gaze. It's been filmed, photographed and written about by observers from near and far. Not all the publicity has been welcome, of course. The city fathers are a little tired of shots of rusting trawlers, but generally they're delighted.
It's an opportunity, I think, for us to celebrate, to raise morale. We've been through a great deal over the last few years in terms of unemployment and so on, and I think the city is about to turn the corner. There's a great deal of development occurring in the Old Town. We hope to get a marina off the ground fairly soon. We have industrial estates which are always expanding. Unemployment is still high, but it's now an opportunity to demonstrate to the outside world there is spirit in Hull. There's a fighting spirit. It'll be demonstrated on the field on Saturday, and I think we as a City Council are trying to demonstrate it in the economic and commercial areas as well.
The two clubs are separated by more than just the 2.5 miles of Hull which lies between them. This is the Holderness Road, where Rovers have their Craven Park ground. It's a pleasant area, one of the more attractive parts of the city. There's little cherry blossom to be seen in the area surrounding the boulevard, where Hull play. Their ground lies beside a clearance area, grim at the moment, but like the club itself, on the up and up. Last season, Hull won the Second Division Championship. This year they are third in Division 1, Floodlit Trophy champions, and now Wembley finalists. The team is coached by Arthur Bunting, a former Hull Kingston Rovers player. He was in the Rovers team which lost the 1964 final to Widnes. Bunting has built an impressive side during his 2 years at the Boulevard. The club's not been afraid to spend big money, and it's paid off. Tomorrow's final will be Hull's first appearance at Wembley for 20 years. They won the Cup in 1914. The pressure, of course, has been intense, particularly on their coach.
It's all around me. I can't shake it off. My telephone never stops ringing. You know, when I go home, you don't go home to rest. I have to go out to rest. I have to go away to rest. And when I go out, wherever I go, somebody wants to know something. It's very nice, but it is non-ending. You know, it's there, the pressure's there all the time. It's very difficult to get away from it, and you have to get away from one particular thing. You have to have a change. It's very difficult to find that change.
The player-coach of Hull KR is Roger Millward. He's had a legendary 17-year career in the game, but he's never played at Wembley. His team are the marginal favourites for the Cup. It's felt the speed and skill of their backs could be decisive at Wembley. The one thing neither side is lacking is confidence. Who's going to win the Cup?
Hull. The Boulevard is going to receive the cup back here on May the 3rd.
I think it's going to be one hell of a game. No team's going to go down and lie down. There'll be no quarter asked or given. It's going to be a tough game, and I think Rugby League will be the winner.